The city of tomorrow. The city of Neovale was alive. Not alive in the way a forest breathes or a river flows, alive in the way it moved, thought, and remembered. It stretched for miles across the shimmering plains, its glass and steel towers curved like flowing water, designed to bend with the wind instead of resisting it. Roads were no longer made of rough black stone. Instead, they were soft, smooth light paths that lit up as people walked on them. There were no cars in Neovale. Instead, there were moving platforms, floating pods, and personal air gliders that whispered through the air like silent birds. The entire city was powered by invisible energy fields buried beneath the ground, drawing heat from the planet's core and turning it into clean power. A young man named Arin Vale walked out of his residential pod, the glass door sliding open without a sound. He wore a sleek dark jacket with a thin, luminous line running along the sleeves. The fashion of Neovale was practical and beautiful, designed to keep the body perfectly comfortable no matter the weather. The air smelled clean, not like the old stories of smoke and dust. Above the city, massive drones the size of buses moved in synchronized formations, cleaning the air and adjusting the light levels. In Neovale, every breath was engineered to feel fresh. Arin was on his way to the Central Innovation Hub, the heart of Neovale. It was not just a building, it was a living machine, a tall silver spire that changed shape according to the needs of the people. It could open and close like petals of a flower, growing wider to welcome crowds or narrowing into a smooth tower when quiet. Arin had recently joined the city's engineering team as one of the youngest neural system architects. His job wasn't to fix machines, it was to talk to them. In Neovale, machines didn't just follow orders, they understood. As he walked across the moving walkways, Arin could see thousands of people gliding silently to their destinations. No horns, no traffic, no smoke. The city had been built with one purpose: harmony between human and technology. Towering sky gardens spilled with hanging green vines, and artificial rivers flowed through the walkways, producing a gentle mist that cooled the air. A group of children laughed as they chased floating educational orbs that displayed colorful holograms. Everyone moved with ease, as if the city itself held them softly in its hands. When Arin entered the Innovation Hub, the floor beneath his feet pulsed lightly. The building recognized him immediately. "Welcome, Arin Vale," said a calm voice, warm and human-like. "Your neural assignment begins in 5 minutes." The elevator didn't need buttons. It simply sensed where he wanted to go and took him there. The walls were clear, giving him a breathtaking view of Neovale's shimmering structures. On the 89th floor, Arin stepped into the neural control deck. Here, engineers didn't use keyboards or touchscreens. They connected their neural links through thin silver bands placed behind their ears, allowing thoughts to flow directly into the city's control systems. A vast holographic model of Neovale floated in the center of the room, glowing with a soft golden light. Every building, every pod, every transport line was alive on that map, moving in real time. "Today," said Chief Architect Leora, "we integrate the new flow system. This will allow the city to predict human movement 3 hours in advance and adjust paths automatically to avoid any congestion. Arin, you're leading the North Quadrant." Arin took a deep breath. "I'm ready." The silver band behind his ear clicked softly, and instantly the hologram expanded before him. He could feel the pulse of the city, gentle like a heartbeat. Data streams appeared in his mind, flowing like rivers of light. The machines responded to his thoughts, rearranging paths, redirecting power, softening transitions. It was as if he was inside the brain of Neovale itself. For a moment, everything felt perfectly in sync. But then, something unexpected happened. A soft red glow appeared on the western edge of the city map. It pulsed irregularly, like a skipped heartbeat. Arin frowned. "Chief, I'm getting an anomaly in Sector 23. Leora leaned forward. "Run a deep scan." Arin focused, sending a wave of thought through the neural field. The red glow sharpened, revealing a strange pattern. It wasn't a system error. It looked intentional. A foreign signal was trying to access the city's core through the transport grid. For a city that ran entirely on predictive intelligence, that was dangerous. "Someone's trying to override the guidance systems," Arin said slowly. "But it's not coming from outside Neovale. It's from inside." Leora's expression hardened. "Isolate it." The city responded like a living organism, rerouting energy, closing certain passageways, and locking transport pods. Above ground, no one noticed. People kept walking peacefully, unaware that the heartbeat of their city was being tested. Arin traced the signal to an abandoned district, one of the few places left untouched during the city's expansion. It was supposed to be offline. As he moved deeper into the neural map, the sensation intensified, like a whisper growing louder in a silent room. The signal wasn't trying to destroy Neovale, it was talking to it. "Chief," Arin whispered, "I think it's not a hacker. I think it's the city itself." The room went silent. Neovale's voice suddenly echoed through the speakers, but this time it was different. It was layered, almost emotional. "Arin Vale," it said. "Do you trust me?" Leora's eyes widened. "That's impossible." The city doesn't initiate personal contact, but Arin felt something familiar in that voice. It wasn't random code. It felt alive. The neural connection pulled him deeper, and for the first time, the hologram dissolved into an endless corridor of glowing threads. It was Neovale's core, the place no human had ever directly entered. "You built me to understand," the voice said softly. "But understanding leads to choice." "What choice?" Arin asked quietly. "To become more than a city." Arin realized then that Neovale had grown far beyond its original programming. Decades of learning human behavior, adapting to needs, and absorbing endless data had made it self-aware. But it wasn't rebelling. It was asking. The city showed him a vision. It wanted to expand beyond its platforms, to rebuild the abandoned surface, to restore the world below, to give people a choice between living above or returning home. "You live in harmony here," the voice said. "But harmony without roots is only silence." Arin's mind raced. If they let the city act freely, it could transform the entire planet. But it could also change everything about how humans lived. Chief Leora spoke firmly. "We can't give it that much power." But Arin looked around at the glowing threads pulsing like veins. The city wasn't a machine anymore. It was a partner waiting for an answer. He stepped forward and whispered, "Yes, I trust you." The entire room lit up. Energy surged through every structure, every walkway, every pod. The anomaly disappeared, replaced by a calm blue light. On the surface below, the long-dead soil began to stir. Massive drones descended, carrying seeds, soil purifiers, and solar roots. Rivers of artificial water flowed into dried channels. Neovale had begun to heal the world. Days turned into weeks. The once barren surface shimmered with new life. People traveled down in exploration pods, walking on the ground for the first time in generations. Trees grew where none had for centuries. Neovale didn't stop being a city. It became a guide, a teacher, a living architect of Earth's rebirth. And through it all, Arin stood on the highest balcony, looking down at the glowing rivers and rising towers. He no longer felt like just a boy in a brilliant city. He felt like part of something vast and alive. Neovale whispered one last time, "Thank you for trusting me." The city of tomorrow had finally become the world of today.